Welcome everyone to another episode of Bruvcast. I'm Raj.
I'm Mick.
How's it going, man?
All good, man. You good?
Bruv, you know what, yeah? It's January. End of January now. 1 month down.
Yeah.
That's
Q1
insane.
is over. Q1's over, isn't it?
No, Q1's not over. Well, a third of Q1 is over, bruv. So whatever goals we had, Q1 of Bruvcast is over, bruv, for this year.
It's true.
We've got some stuff that we need to figure out. But yeah, man. How you doing? Do you feel like you've achieved whatever you needed to achieve so far in 2024?
To be fair, January start. I only had because I was away. I feel like it was 50. Yeah, I've only just now embedded myself into the new year. So February is my January, bro.
Christmas, December doesn't really count, so you're not really
bro.
here for that.
Christmas is in January.
Everything's unto, bro.
Yeah, everything's, bro. No, I've not achieved anything. I think that's why, you know when you want to hit the, you say, "Oh, I want to hit the ground running in January." Yeah,
big talk, bro.
But you know what? When you hit the ground running, it's like a belly flop. Big talk, bro. Big talk. No, I haven't known, man. Hopefully, when you ask me in 30 days' time, hopefully, when the year's old and we've, hopefully start hitting it. How about you, man? Do you feel you've hit the ground running?
I think I have with everything apart from my professional life. Just because I don't think I've got into the stride yet, man. Sometimes it takes me a while.
Yeah.
But I've, been distracted with life outside of work. So, but yeah, man, I think I'm starting to get into the groove of things now. It's always, the first 2 weeks are always a write-off because everyone's just kind of getting back to work and just doing their usual, how was your holiday? All that stuff. And then it's like, okay, so what are our plans for this year? How did we do last year? And then there's loads of alignment stuff. And then you finally be like, okay, so let's now get going. So I think, I don't know, maybe where I am is a bit slow, but
basically no one wants to be where they are at work wise. They don't want to be there, right? Like I've got the feeling since I've been back at work, everyone I speak to, no one, you know what I mean? It's just like really demotivated. January's the worst month. Think about it. Yeah, how many people are going from a professional perspective, right? Especially if you're working for a company, etc. KPIs, performance objectives. Oh, you're forecasting and all that kind of. Obviously, certain things are done. Latter end of the previous year, but there are all these other things like objectives and stuff you got to set. No one wants to do all that admin.
Nah, bro. I like doing the work.
Yeah,
but then you kind of have to have goals, don't you? I mean, we've got goals for Bruvcast, so
we're in control of those goals. No one's asking me to fill out a bloody. I mean, you haven't. I don't know if you will send me.
I asked you to do your KPIs.
Yeah. And submit them in the portal, yeah?
Yeah. We haven't uploaded yours,
Oh, shit. Well, if I missed it on the 30th.
Do you think, so should we start giving each other appraisals? We do that informally, though, innit?
Let's put it this way, yeah? Imagine this. I in the Gujarati community, if appraisals were given, yeah? Do you know how they would look? What they'd sound like?
Well, in Gujarati?
No, not in Gujarati. But as in, like, in our community. In our community, yeah?
Go on.
If my dad owns a corner shop, innit? Yeah. If he was that profesh, yeah, that he was giving up appraisals, you know what he'd say?
What?
Yeah, he'd be like, "Tu 1 minute late aaya to November ma." Yeah. Bro, it's just standard, isn't it? I know. Actually, do you know what? I've seen him so cutthroat at some stage at one point where it's like, if he's in a bad mood and he's not liked something that someone's done, yeah, he's like, "Kalti now to." Bro, he doesn't mean it. He doesn't mean it because he knows that
man's gonna come back.
Do you know what? That's the thing. Some Indians, yeah, like my dad, are so like knee jerk, yeah, that they want to make an impact, yeah, and the reaction, yeah, like "Kalti now to," yeah. So, but he doesn't realize that he's just shot himself in the foot because he ain't got no one else to go to the shop, so he's gonna have to go in it, yeah. And then he'll be like, "Ah, nah, bull take it, yeah, bring back." do you understand what I mean? It's like, there's no, but I don't know, man. I do feel that that's the kind of that's how it go in
It'll be very cutthroat, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
The people નથી સરખી રાતે સરખી રીતે ગોહી ઠુઈ. Did you call him Pipper? Is that what you used to call sweets?
No.
What do you call sweets?
Chocolate.
Really? You never used to say Pee or Pipper?
I said Pee.
No, Pipper.
Yeah, Pee.
Pee Kyle.
Pee Kyle.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah. But yeah, so I think we have we do have some goals for this year. Should we divulge what we're thinking or hold out? I don't know. What do you reckon?
Should hold out, man. Should hold out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we should
stay
hold
tuned.
out.
Stay tuned.
You know why though?
Why?
Because if you say it, then you go fucking do it.
Yeah. No, it's coming. But okay, so but we can say that we've got a few things coming in stages, right?
We've got a few things, yeah.
A few things coming in stages, and then there's a big thing coming after the smaller things coming. I think that's enough, right? It's not giving the game away, innit?
No, it's not. I mean, I'll be worried if we were saying stuff and we're just faking in it like every Indian does, isn't it?
No. Marito fora Yavanisha.
Yeah.
But did you ever have that? Like, do you have people in your family that you can tell are bending the truth slightly when they speak and they brag about what they have and what they have done and what they've achieved?
Yeah, bro. You know why? Because some people have an antenna for that shit, and then it's like, and they humor them, or they just switch off and they've stopped listening to them, bro. Automatically.
તમારી પાસે શું એની મેટે પાક કરે છે? Bro, my dad is the kind of person who you humor someone like that.
So I know what you mean.
Rolex લીધી, wow.
We know this person mutually, yeah? Very famous. Used to wear a cowboy hat, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Around the ends.
Yeah.
I remember he bought a new Merc. And I think Cruise Control must have been out in the 90s. It was out in the 90s.
In America it was. Probably around here it was, yeah.
It was specific on the car that he bought. It was a Merc, and I remember, I'm pretty sure it probably had it, yeah? But he had to cruise. Obviously, everyone knows what cruise control is, right?
It's fucking sick, bro. And now in the US, or actually, I guess everywhere, they have adaptive. Have you driven a car with adaptive cruise control?
Yeah.
It's like basically drives it. It's when we were in the States last time.
Yeah.
I was driving a car that had adaptive cruise control and lane guidance.
Yeah.
So the thing was driving itself.
Basically.
Like you just have to keep your hands. I mean, everyone's saying, "Oh, you're Tesla," but like this was a Chevrolet, bro, and it was cash.
Yeah.
Driving itself, speeding up, slowing down, staying in lane.
Imagine that now, yeah? What you just said, yeah?
In the 90s.
Now, we're going to move back to the 90s, yeah? So he had cruise control and he was...
With the cassette, with the cassette.
With the cassette. And the phone. Remember Merc used to give you a massive cord
with the cord. The cord, yeah.
So anyway, he had to obviously heighten it up a bit, innit? Yeah, build it up. Be like, Uto, me વધારે પી લીધું હોય તો હું તો ગાડીને બેસી દઉં બટન પ્રેસ કર નાખું એટલે મને ઘરે પહોંચાડી દે. In the 90s, bro. Yeah.
So what he was basically saying he had Tesla auto drive, in the 90s.
In the 90s.
But did your dad and like everyone believe that was the...
Dude, if I'm honest, this is just something I recall. You know when you if you remember, people remember certain conversations, from their childhood, and when you relay them back when you're an adult and you have got a brain and you can think for yourself, like, this guy was chatting shit back then, bro. What was he talking about? Because as a kid, you're like, whoa,
power windows.
Oh, yeah, power windows. Oh, you got air bubble in your trainers.
Yeah, air bubble in your trainers.
How high can you jump? Yeah. So think about that. Put yourself in those shoes. Yeah, you're going to remember those things, isn't it?
Yeah. And Mercedes was unattainable for us. Mercedes was unattainable, so you don't know what the hell's inside. Like I haven't even been inside a Mercedes in the 90s, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So then you're like thinking,
I only know what Nissan Bluebird looks like.
Nissan Bluebird, Datsun, Sunny.
I know the Japanese cars. I've never been inside a German whip, bro. Not at that age.
So think about it. It's like you're thinking. I don't know. It came back to me, and I was like, "This guy just heightened it up, man." But yeah, I don't know how we got onto this road, bro. But yeah,
It's not cruise control, bro. I'll tell you that for sure.
exactly.
Exactly. So yeah, that's I don't know how we ended up here. Anyway, what you got for me, man? What's your you have a question? You have a struggle? You have something?
My struggle is, and it's relative to what you just said. You know how and when people were talking about, for example, spouses when they watch football with you, yeah, and they don't watch. They know a little bit. They've learned a little bit about football, yeah. And I'm not talking about my spouse in particular, but or anyone who has no.
Whose spouse are you chilling with, then, bro?
Topic is, bro.
Tu goni bari hare parache.
Bro. You have to edit it out. So check this, yeah. I'm just saying it could be anyone, yeah. When you are well informed about a topic and someone else tries to weigh in on it, yeah. For example, I once had this person who came from India, and he was obviously, everyone knows who David Beckham is, right? And he was like to me, he goes, this was the point where David Beckham was joining Real Madrid, right?
Okay.
And he was like, how can he play for England and go and play in Spain? And what, they should not let him come back to England to play for England. Yeah, I was like, oh god. And when it's those kind of things, or like when I'm watching football, and someone's shot from 35 yards and they've hit the post. Yeah, my missus would go as far as saying, "Oh, what an idiot! Didn't even score." But the man's shot from 35 yards, bent it around 4 players, yeah, and he's hit the post. Yeah, you have to applaud that, innit? Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah,
rate him.
This is just an example. How do you tackle, that? Do you are you a person who just brushes it off and agrees, nods and agrees because you think this guy's a fucking, Gavaro Kamukia, bro, yeah? Yeah, he's got no clue, and I can't waste my breath. Or do you engage?
I think for me it really depends on what the topic of the conversation is. I've definitely been in situations where I'm talking to someone and I think we might know the same amount about a particular topic, but it's like it's pleasantry. So maybe it's not someone that you know very well. Okay, I tend to be like argumentative with people that I can be bothered to fight with, right? Yeah. Sometimes I don't fucking care, bruv. Yeah, if you're telling me the sky's red, I'll be like, yeah. What shade of red is it, bruv? I don't care, bruv. There'll be some occasions, yeah, where I don't have the energy, because the way I look at it is, if I've got something to lose, it's gonna sound so shit, bruv. If I've got something to lose in the conversation, right, then I'll fight, right? If it's my dignity or my izzat, bruv, yeah, whatever it is, but I'm not really that attached to it on an everyday, bruv, yeah. Someone could, I know there are people smarter than me, loads of people smarter than me. I don't need to prove that I am or I am not smarter than somebody else. It's gonna happen, okay? So on a daily basis, if I come across someone where I think they know more about me, about a specific topic more than I do, I just let them have it, man, because it's not worth it. I remember once I was doing a trip in India. This was work related, and there was this guy who was also out there, right? And we were doing, like, he was leading one team, I was leading another team. We were doing like a study out there, research study out there, and this guy's a PhD. This guy's book smart, okay? And he's one of these mans who really wants to make a point to you and needs you to know that he is smarter than you, right? He needs you to know that. He needs to just kind of exert that on you. So, and I'm the kind of person, if you need to do that, you need to do that. Like, I'm not trying to. Unless I'm trying to impress someone who's in the vicinity, I'm gonna go toe to toe with you, yeah. But if there's no skin in the game for me, yeah, it's fine. I can't be bothered, bruv, yeah. And this was like we used to have long days. We used to take people out, like foreigners, people that haven't been to India. We take them to India, get them kind of exposed to what it's like to India, so you can kind of like design and build products and stuff. So we were doing that, long days, doing tons of like, research and understanding the market and all the rest of it. So at the end of the day, I'm done. And this guy wanted to just go off on like talking about like the science of psychology and stuff. And then at one point, I must have said something like, well, humans are irrational. We're unpredictable. So no matter how much you study someone or some like, the behavior of individuals, there is an innate characteristic of irrationality just because we are human and we are emotional beings, and you may sometimes make an emotional decision which has no rationality in it whatsoever, ever, right? That was the point that I was making. But he's a PhD, right? So he went off on like some completely different tangent, to which point, bruv, he was literally saying to me, what do you think, Raj? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Do you think my point or do you think your point? Let's continue to debate about this. I was like, I don't need you to mind my gun. It was 11 p.m. There was like 3 or 4 other people around. Even the people that were with us were trying to diffuse, because he was getting so so heated in this conversation. Like for me, like this is what I'm saying. I'd rarely just kind of confront someone for the sake of it, just to kind of prove a point, because I don't know. I don't feel like I need to do that. It may sound arrogant, right? But that is what it is. Like I don't feel like I need to do that, because it doesn't give me. I don't have that kind of like need, right? So that to answer your question, I think that's normally my way to operate. But then there's also other situations where it's just jarring, bruv. Like there's someone in our family, and I'm sure this is kind of related to the earlier point. Everyone has someone in their family, like this cowboy Gakko that has a fucking, Tesla in the 90s, yeah, where they will talk to you about something, and within that sentence they've mentioned money and Baisa about 60 times. How much something cost, what this is going to cost. I went on holiday and it cost this much. This was this much. This was that much. And then I'm just thinking to myself, why is there need to add these additional details of Baisa, yeah? And if I'm talking to someone like that, bro, it's very, very like one-sided conversation. Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's, bro. When I'm talking like that, yeah, I'm fucking switch. I'm looking London, going Tokyo, bro. Yeah, I'm thinking about what's going on, what the food is saying at the place. Anything, any other thing apart from that conversation is where my attention is at, because I'm like, oh wow, that's so... And when in those situations, sometimes people who especially are like, and good, like, good on them, they've been successful and they've done things and they want to kind of like tell you about how amazing their life is and everything. That's great, yeah. It doesn't, for me, I'm just like, wow, oh god, there. And it makes you feel like you're an idiot. Like look at me, you're some kind of fucking village idiot, right? That, oh yeah, you'll never get these kinds of things, you know what I mean, right? So I don't know. I went off on one, but I think I've had situations where people have tried to kind of, like, one-upmanship is not something that I really get in. It doesn't excite me, to be honest.
It just diffuses me. That exactly that. Do you know what? My mind just switches off, because the mere comment that other person's tried to engage, tried to make and tried to engage you in debate.
Yeah,
straight away that it's not.
No, because I would have lost that. I don't know, hands down, I would have lost. There was whatever he said. I still stand by what I said, but he would have found some way to just kind of like make his point, and I was like, nah, bro, do it out there, man.
But even then, but it's even harder. I think it's even harder when someone makes a stupid, like, actually, basically the comment that they make tells me that this person knows nothing about this. So
yeah.
if you're even going to engage in this thing right now,
Yeah.
you're going to lose as well at that point. Just because even if you've got the most knowledge, because they just won't get it and they won't understand it because they haven't got the knowledge to. But they're
stubborn,
keep
bro.
coming at you.
They're stubborn as well. They
Yeah,
could be stubborn about whatever they think, whatever they believe in.
So the thing, you know, when that happens, yeah, like just like you, I start like, yeah, just because you want to cut it clean and end the conversation right there.
What is the quickest way to end the conversation? What is
the quickest way?
How do you end the conversation?
Yeah? Agree, nod and agree, nod and agree.
Whatever they're saying.
Yeah, make it clear to them because once you nod and agree, yeah, minimal words, you know, as few words as possible. That's when they've realized, oh, he doesn't. That's it. You've made it clear that you do not want to engage, and you've made it clear that you've got nothing to say on this matter because they're right. Yeah, and that's it. You know, if I look away, like it happened to me on the weekend. I'm not going to go into specifics because it's too fresh. Yeah, but it's I don't know, man. It just puts me off, man. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly, you know, what you said is right. And what you said exactly what's going to, the worst thing is, yeah, they're going to go and say that to other people as well. But along the line, not everyone's going to react the same way. There's going to be one person who challenges this person. And if they challenge him in the right way, they're going to make him, you know, obviously correct them. Or if they challenge them in the wrong way, they're going to waste their time and their breath, and they're going to realize that they wasted an hour debating, you know, with, I don't know, man, idiocracy in it.
Yeah. I feel like it's definitely one of those situations where you have to be very emotionally invested in what is being said to bother to kind of like fight it, because otherwise it's like no.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, that was my struggle for the week, man, because it happened too many times this week, and I did the same thing. I just nodded and agreed. But I think today was like the I don't know, man, therapy to get over it because you know you got to bite your tongue as well, isn't it? At the same time,
you have to, bro. You have to. Actually, this is probably related to what I wanted to talk to you about. I guess I didn't really have a general struggle to share, but I do have one because you've reminded me of one. But I think my topic was just generally just talking about hygiene, just around like your just general thoughts of it, because I feel like you're a lot more of a neat freak, clean freak than I am. Tell me about how that started, bruv. There must be some deep rooted shit, bruv.
Well, you know what? So we used to have when we used to live across. Well, we used to live on top of our shop, right? And there was. I never had a bedroom of my own. Always used to share with my bruv, yeah, as you do, innit? Because we used to live in a 2-bedroom flat above the shop. But the living room, I remember my mum was always like telling me, you need to put everything in a certain way in the living room, yeah? So if I make a mess, just make sure it goes back to that. That was the core. But when I went,
how old were you at this age?
I was about 7 or 8, yeah, okay. 7 or 8.
So you remember those lessons,
and then it was just a simple thing, man. Putting the sofas into
but it's still the fact that you remember that level of detail as a 6-year-old.
And I don't know why. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why, but I think the majority of it came when I went to America, because obviously without parents, yeah, living at my aunt's house. So, you know, her kids are in their 20s or late teens, 20s, like uni and college or whatever, and I'm like 10. And I remember it was like everyone for themselves. You know, it was like your mum's not going to be here to fold your clothes, you know, doing laundry, or like even like, you know, getting your clothes ready for the next day. So that it started at that point, yeah, but it got worse. Yeah, that was only the start. So when I moved back to the UK, and I don't know, once I was around 11, 12, I got my own room.
Yeah,
when my parents bought a house, and that's when it really started. Yeah, bro. Sundays I wouldn't go anywhere. Obviously, to be fair, as a teen, when you're in school, innit, you're most likely at home on a Sunday, right? There was 2 things that I used to do. Yeah, rituals. Super Sunday, Do you remember? Obviously, Super Sunday's like 3 or 4 o'clock, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right, to give my whole room a spring clean. Like I'm talking about, I'm
Every
talking about getting
Sunday.
Windex out
Every
every
Sunday.
Sunday, bro. Every Sunday. My trainers get clean. My belt used to get polished, bro.
Obviously,
yeah? The
bro.
same shoe polish. Yeah, from the Christmas present that I got. Yeah, my belt was getting shoe
Christmas
polished,
I know.
bro. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, if you don't know what we're talking about, listen to episode. Damn, I don't know what episode number it is, but the one that's called Christmas Too Soon. Anyway, and then in that episode, Mick talks about getting shoe polish as a present. So okay, so you shoe polish on the belt, yeah?
Shoe polish on the belt, starch. You know, you get starch cans.
Yeah.
Can of starch, aerosol. Yeah,
starch in your shirts,
bro. My shirt. Yeah, like they used to be like papri, bro. Yeah, that's how much starch I used to use. Yeah, Windex, bro. It was madness. Yeah, I'm talking and shake and vac. The last
shake and vac, bro.
the carpet.
You let put it down, then you hoover it up. Like the vacuum cleaner's taking cocaine, bro.
Exactly that. Yeah, this what a waste of money. Literally, you buy a little can of powder, bro.
Does the smell actually stay? I don't ever think that it's no, bro. I think that whole thing was a gimmick. No. I think the smell stayed for the time that you did the vacuuming, and then the moment you were done. And bruv, do you remember how loud those vacuums used to be? Those old ones.
Yeah.
Like we never had I don't think we had a Henry. There was this black one that you had. Like we used to have it in the shop. It just had this massive bin that it sat on top of, and it sounded like a blender or something.
Yeah, huge. I'll tell you what it probably was. It was probably was it like the Electrolux, isn't it? You know, shaped like a bloody. Oh man, I've had it in my head as well.
It looked like a robot. It looked like a robot.
Like a robot vacuum kind of thing. Yeah, flat. Yeah,
robot,
one button to turn it on, and the other one to retract the cord.
Yeah. And then you always have to. You have to fully retract. You have to fully take the cord out.
Yeah,
because that would be like nana, but you blow up to just it. Were you ever told that you have to take the whole cord out?
No, bro.
Really?
No, I was not told that.
That was in our house. That was the superstition, innit? So even if you're hoovering the passage, there's bare fucking wire everywhere, bro. You're climbing over the wire just to hoover with a shake and vac.
Bro, shake and vac. Yeah, I mean, do you know what? That was it, and that's where it came from. And I think obviously that just spiraled onto uni. Do you know what? Those things that it's worse when you have kids. You know that, yeah. Having that kind of trait. You know why? Because
you're never your work is never done.
You're never done. Yeah. There's even now. Yeah. It's like you know the kids. I told you about the toothpaste massacre, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have good days and we have bad days. But I'm telling you, going back. Just did anyone when you had your room, your bedroom? So when we moved into this house, right? My walls were green wallpaper, some random floral wallpaper, and red carpet.
Yeah, there's no coordination, bro. Back then, no coordination, bro. Your parents will be like, "Oh, get fine, luggage." And then you know, if you say you want to change the wallpaper, they'll be like, "It's not ripped. Why do you want to change the wallpaper? There's no rips in it."
Exactly.
The carpet's clean.
No, actually, the thing is, the way we lived as kids back then, though, you wouldn't even ask.
No.
You would not even ask. You were just happy with those four walls.
Yeah. You're not sharing with anyone, innit?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, that, and then there's do you remember I don't know if you spoke about this, but do you remember those I remember when I got a computer, and I got to have it in my room, and we went to the supermarket. Remember when you're obviously about to pay, and the food is obviously it's getting scanned and it's being and you're putting into bags. Right at the bottom of the counter of every clerk checkout, there was a box of free serve discs.
Oh,
do you remember?
Yeah, free serve. That's what me and H mentioned free serve as well. That was how you got online back then.
That's it.
Dial
I mean, I
up.
don't have anyone to talk to online. You guys actually had people to talk to, innit? I didn't know, but I was playing bloody Championship Manager.
Is that what you're doing? Were you online? You're playing online?
No, just on my computer, innit? I wasn't playing online. That was just a random comment. But yeah, that's where the that's where the neatness comes from, bro.
Windex, I remember my introduction to Windex was when you moved into the flat, bruv. Because that Windex came, you packed that shit, bruv, yeah? And that was there in your room. Cleaning cleaning Windex, bruv. You used to use it to clean the mirror. I remember in the flat.
Yeah. I don't know where I don't know where it started from. One thing spiraled into another, man, and something else spiraled into something else, bro. To the point where I had bloody potpourri in it in my bedroom, bro.
Your CDs also had to have perfectly stacked
up, nicely stacked, bro. I have no idea, bro, where it came from, but like I said, it just spiraled out of control, man. Even now, it's worse when you live with someone.
Do you think? But do you think it's like OCD? Do you think it's obsessive compulsive?
100%.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Why do you say that? Because you can't. Because does it, like, let's say for example. So what's the biggest thing that like gets on your nerves? Any like to do?
We spoke about this. Pillows on top. The bed, bro.
Okay, so what happens? What happens to you? Like if you're about to leave the house and you do like a quick whip round upstairs just to, I don't know, you have to go and grab something and you see there's 4 beds, right? Okay. So 3 of the 4 beds is not pillows on top situation. Do you are you okay leaving the house if that's happening?
No, I get gusto, bro. I get bare gusto, bro. You know what the thing is? I don't get gusto at the other 2 beds. Yeah, there's only one bed I get gusto at. Yeah, because
your own bed.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, you should let this person do the things they want to do, how they want to do it." Now, like, nah, it just does, bro. It looks neat. It looks It looks so like unneat. Yeah, I don't even if that's a bloody word, but like it just looks so like discombobulated when I see pillow. It's like someone sleeping across your bed, bro. And I don't know, man. It's just not right. Yeah, and think about it. Yeah, your kids will pick up on that.
Yeah. I got your numbers wrong. Why are you not 4 beds, 3 beds? But you have a guest bedroom though, right? But that one's obviously always going to be pillows on top.
No. That one doesn't have a bed in it, bro. There's only 3 rooms there. Everyone who has a bed in this house, there's only those other 2 people. Yeah, one, is still in training, bro, because she's only 5, going to be 6, and there's only so much, and the duvet is too big for her to fold, so she's getting away with that one. Yeah. The other one is, she does it. She does do pillows on top, or she doesn't do it at all, bro. Yeah. So we're crossing a fine line here as well. I have to remind her. You know what? It's those kind of things, man. Or if I see toothpaste around the sink and that,
nah, it's over.
It just bugs me, man. It's over. I don't know why, and I think some of this is as a result of being at home, working from home for so long. You know that, yeah?
Yeah.
That's another thing, but I mean, what about you, man? What are your pet peeves?
I think, generally speaking, I don't like clutter, but Guggen sees it more than I do, apparently. So, like, I'll be chilling downstairs, and she'll be like, "What? How are you just chilling here? There's stuff everywhere." And I notice it, but it doesn't. I don't get gusto, I think. Like, sometimes I do. Sometimes when I'm like, I just need like things to be, nice and tidy and just like all in their right places. I do get like a little bit agitated, but it's constant, bruv. It's constant. Like especially like with laundry and stuff, bruv. There's always something around, bruv. You can see behind me, bro. Everything's probably hanging off the fucking rack, bruv. So I think, I think we both of us are quite quite different like that. I mean, I'm not saying I'm like a pig and I'm messy and nasty, right? But I do feel like I'm not as. It doesn't bother me to the level of like I won't be able to sit down and relax if there's the sofas have blankets on them and like pillows that's just like untidy. Like that's okay.
I can't relax. I can't.
So what if you're in that situation? You won't know.
It happened today. Like we got back from swimming or whatever, and the girls got showered up, and I went downstairs, and it was about time to just chill for a bit, have lunch and chill. But I couldn't go and have lunch because I saw the state of the living room where there was blankets and stuff on, which were not folded from the night before. I had to go deal with it, bro. You know what? It's not the fact that it's at someone else's house. I don't care. Yeah, that's how they. You know what I mean in it. Yeah, that doesn't bother me then.
Because you're not going to go over
to someone else's house. Oh, if I came to your house, yeah, and you said, "Oh, lunch is ready," and I came into your living room, no, I can't go lunch. I got to clean this, bro. That's weird. Yeah. In my house, though, I just feel like I can't go do certain things, and this is where procrastination. I don't know if it's OCD or if it's procrastination as well. Yeah, because there's days where I don't start work until I know that everything else that had to be dealt with, yeah, the bed, yeah, you know what I mean, innit? Some people, all of it, bro, all of it. It's you know what it is? It's not clutter in the house. It's clutter in here, in your mind.
In your mind, yeah.
So, but I know where it derives from, bro.
That's where it started from, right?
It derives from. No. As in, I don't know. I feel like. Do you know why I used to keep my own room clean? It's because like everything. That's the only thing you can control. It's like, it's a control thing.
Yeah.
But I can't. When I step out of that room, you can't control everything. Everyone else's crap in it. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? Innit?
Yeah, that's true, bro. That's true. I think I'm pretty sure Dad had some traits of that because he would do this thing where if we were leaving the house, he would go and check every single door is locked. The back door is locked. The windows are locked. The other back door is locked. Then all of the doors in the house, right, are locked. Then the doors are upstairs. The windows are upstairs. All of those are locked. Come downstairs, and then he'll do the same thing again. Sometimes he'll do it 3 times, bruv. And to me, I was like, that's unnecessary to do that. And I don't think he does it as much nowadays. And I think part of it was before we used to have a shop, and they were so paranoid, bruv. They were so paranoid about like the keys for the safe, because obviously we had the safe, right, with all the gold in the showroom, and they were so paranoid that someone was going to jack all of that up. So anytime they left, actually no, fuck it, they used to walk with the keys, bruv. So you know when they used to go to weddings, or they used to go to someone's house, or they take the keys with them. The shop keys would be with them, bruv. And I think they had 1 pair each. So my kaka had a pair and my dad had a pair. But dukani chavi, pochi, kyange chavi, bro. They'll freak out randomly, yeah. They'll freak out like, koni bache. And it was just pure. I remember the anxiety around those damn keys. It was a leather packet, bro. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever had this with your shop, but whenever we would go out on a weekend when the shop was closed on a Sunday, those keys would be with us. Salamat, bruv. But yeah, I think that's what was linked to Dad's kind of obsession with checking. Baina bade loquera, bro. That I remember that bhajan, bruv. The moment you leave the house, baina bade loquera. Now you know what the bhajan is. You know what my bhajan is to them before we leave. Pesap karido.
Pesap karido. That is a standard bhajan these days. Yeah.
You would start driving 10 minutes now. I'm a toilet like each other, for fuck's sake, man.
You know what? That's a bhajan that's not going to stop for the rent or the kids for a while.
Now I'm going to have it with kids, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Another thing is, you reminded me of the car. You know, locking the car. You know, anyone who had a car, if you didn't have central locking. Remember, central locking was big,
Oh, that
man.
was
Do you
big,
remember?
bruv. That was big news, bruv. I had a Peugeot 406, yeah, bruv. When I was like, I saw that, and the locks would go down and up by themselves. My mind was blown, bruv. Yeah, I was like, wow. I have a car that does this, bruv. Yeah, normally you'd see other people who have a car that does that. Yeah, like Jignesh or whoever the hell it was, bruv. Yeah, you'd be like, yeah, man, that's unattainable. I ain't getting that, man. And then when I had it in my Peugeot, bruv, lottery, bruv. Peugeot, not Peugeot. Peugeot.
Peugeot. But it's weird, isn't it? Because these days, you know, when you go to buy a car, you're like sat nav, cruise control, heated seats. Okay, cool, bro. Central locking obviously is such an old school thing that is not even on there. It's just, you know what I mean, isn't it? Yeah, there's not even lock.
They don't mention it, bro.
There's no locks. Yeah,
they don't even have locks.
But then
back
then, imagine this. Exactly. You go to buy a car and it's like right at the top. Atau mau fine guys. Central locking badu che atau fully loaded.
Electric windows ye che. Na to mongi ase. Mongi biji nati. The power steering was another thing, bruv. Power steering was another thing.
Yeah.
Oh, power steering che. Because have you ever driven a car that does not have power steering?
Do you know what? I think I have once.
Bruv, it is a workout. It's a workout, bruv. I used to have a VW that had that. And it was like, bruv, it wasn't two turn, like, it wasn't half a turn to, like, take a left. You got to turn, with the wheel, bruv.
But the person in the passenger at the front helping you turn.
Jarak side up though. Yeah, man.
Just going back to central locking, I remember, you know, when you're picking someone up and you didn't have central locking, you have to slide over or turn your neck 360 to that.
How did you used to do it though? If you had someone coming in the back and there was no one in the passenger side, how would that happen? They would have to you'd have to stretch. You'd have to.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so long, bruv. I think that's why people are more lazier now. There's less to do, man. Power steering, you can basically turn the steering wheel with your fingers. You don't have to use your shoulders and, like, you know, your fellow passengers to take a left. Central locking means you don't need to bend over. Not bend over. Turn around.
Do you know what? I actually miss stepping into an old school car. You know, there's someone out there who's got one in it, and it's nice. Someone's definitely got one. A rarity. Takes you back in time.
And the aerial, bruv, the aerial that used to go, like, you have to put it up yourself. Did you ever have that on it?
No, but no. So I remember on the Nissan Bluebird, as soon as you turn the car on, it used to go up by itself.
Yeah, I remember we had that. And then one time we went to wash the car, and there was some guy that was, like, obviously in a rush, yeah. So he fucking pushed his hand to pull the aerial down. My dad was vexed, bruv. He goes, don't touch that, you bastard.
Actually, saying that, yeah. Imagine this. I bet you and your, you know, when you're with your dad back in the day, driving around,
riding shotgun, innit? And
riding shotgun, wherever in your back or wherever, you don't matter where you are, but you're in the car. You know what? They don't swear on a regular day, yeah. But it's okay to swear in front of your kids, yeah. When, you know, calling people bastards and the C word.
Yeah, the C word, bro. The C word was reserved for being behind the wheel, and it was only said behind the wheel and never said any other time, bro. No matter how angry he got, yeah, to whoever he was talking to, that word would never come out. But behind the wheel, bruv, easy. It will glide out of his mouth like butter, bruv, that word. If someone would, like, piss him off. And I was like, do you even know what that means?
You know what? They definitely didn't know what it meant.
No,
yeah, they just said it because they've been called it.
Oh man. But yeah, so I wanted to. I think the hygiene thing that I was saying, or why I thought it would be something I wanted to discuss. I don't know how we ended up on cars, but we'll go back to the hygiene thing. So actually, related to my earlier story, I was once. I think this was the same trip that I was in India for, and bruv, these trips were crazy. So you're basically, like I said, you're trying to get people to understand people in other countries. So we were doing this trip in India, but we did similar trips to other parts of the world. And proper long days. You spend loads of time really like trying to get people who have never been to India to understand what it's like to live there, to understand what it's like to use technology there, and identify things that you want to do, right? So at the end of these trips, I'm shattered, bro, absolutely exhausted, yeah. And there was this one time that I was on my way back from, I think I was at Delhi airport, and I just wanted to just kind of like zone out. After a trip, I don't know if you've had like a work trip before where you've just been like non-stop. You're just meeting people constantly. You don't really have a moment to yourself. You're just like go, 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 go. And like finally just had a moment to myself to just chill out. And I was like, I'm gonna get a massage. And Delhi airport does have like a massage area. So you can pay and you get like a massage room and get like get a massage. So I was like, I'm just gonna do that because I want to just relax before the flight. It's a long flight coming back home, like 8.5 hours, whatnot. And so I got a full body massage. Okay, so the lady who starts to give me this massage, she starts like, I don't think there's professionals working in these places, bro. They're just kind of like, maybe they know a little bit, but it's not like getting like a professional massage because you can just tell. You can just tell that this person obviously is just kind of just giving you a massage how I would give someone a massage, bro. Just kind of like pushing everywhere and just kind of hoping that I can make someone feel relaxed. Anyway, she starts doing her thing, okay, and like on my shoulders, right? And to be fair, it was okay. Like if you're already stressed out and you're already kind of like worked up, especially around the shoulders, there's always tension. Always going to be tension around your shoulders, right? So she was like working on my shoulders, and then she started to burp, bruv. The first time I heard it, I was like, that's unusual.
Wait, hold on.
Maybe she was coughing.
Coughing? Was it loud? Was the burp loud?
The first one, I was like, that's a cough, right? Bruv, it's abnormal to just be fucking burping without food, bruv. Okay, maybe it is. I don't know. I'm normally when I'm burping, there's been food that's been had. I'm not just trying to do a professional service for someone and deciding to lay it out. So then I was like, nah. Bruv, when you're sometimes in these situations, it's already awkward anyway, right? Yeah, sometimes getting a massage is fucking awkward. So I didn't even, I was like, I just ignored it. I was like, nah, maybe I'm just, I must be really tired. I must be hearing things. And then it happened again, bruv. And this time it was louder. And it was like there was basically like, indigestion going on, bro. I was getting a massage for fuck's sake, bro. Yeah, I was trying to relax. How are you going to relax when the person who's giving you a massage is burping while they're rubbing your shoulders?
She traded out the sounds of the sea, innit? For gastronitis, bro. Or whatever it was. So did you call it out?
No, I didn't, bro. I didn't. I sat there quietly and just got massaged and burped for an hour before my flight. And I was probably more worked up after that experience than I was going into that room.
Speaking, about hygiene and sticking with that topic, yeah. When you're like I think every person growing up in an Indian household wakes up to these sounds, bruv. Yeah. When the water starts running and obviously the elder fucking statesman decides to wake up, yeah? And you think they've got a bloody frog stuck in their throat, yeah? Which they've been trying to get out for 30 odd years, bruv, yeah?
Every morning, bruv. Every morning.
Why is it that you hear those sounds? Yeah. What is it? And do you know what it is? It's the fact that I always thought, it's something that just, men go through, yeah, when they're when you as you get older. But I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, like what is it? It's not just the person that lives in your household, yeah. It's like when you go over to your boy's house, he's
in the same gata, bro, in the bathroom in the morning, bro.
But it's just like, and do you know what it is? You just don't even bat an eyelid to it anywhere you go, because it's such a normal thing.
Yeah.
But if you did that, let's just say you went to uni and you started doing that, and then you're living out with, Tom and Jerry, yeah, and they'd be like, "What was that, mate?" Yeah. I don't know, man. It was just one of those. I don't know. One of those things that just came to me, and I was just thinking to myself,
bruv, and there is a complete disregard for anyone who's trying to sleep at that point. No, I have a frog's entire family in my throat, and I am going to get them out. That's literally what it is.
It is exactly what it is. We used to have
and then also the sneezing.
Oh man,
the sneezing, bro. When the sneeze happens, it's like the roof is coming off the house. And
it's true.
One time, someone was trying to teach my dad how to sneeze. They were like, "Just don't try not to close your mouth when you sneeze," because Dad does this thing where if he closes his mouth for some reason, and obviously the seda's only going to go one way, bruv. Yeah, so it's a fucking explosion, right?
Yeah,
and it's loud, bruv. My mom sneezes loud as both of them. Both of them sneeze loud, bruv.
Yeah.
It got to the point where I was like, so when I bring mans over, or like my horny wali, bruv, over, yeah, she gonna think, what the fuck, man? You might have some orchestra in this joint.
Make you jump, yeah? That kind of sneeze, yeah?
Yeah, bruv. I mean, I sneeze pretty loud, to be fair. I've inherited it.
But it's like a fuaro, isn't it? Nish calls it a fuaro, bro, everywhere, bro. You see the particles come out and it's just floating down. I don't know, man. I don't know. We used to have people, like a few elder statesmen, dadas and that, come over to our house, yeah? And the first thing, when they come in, they want to just freshen up a bit. But it's like
the rumal.
Rumal having a bloody bath in your sink, literally washing their face, obviously their hands, their face, then the shit that comes out their nose, and then the whole orchestra of the main event. It's the
finale. It's the finale, bro.
Yeah. The grand finale, bro. And you're like, oh man. I just don't get it. I just never understood that.
Do you think I might have a theory of why it is?
Go on.
In India, like back in the day, or even in Kenya, there was a lot more, like, it was more dusty where they used to live, right? So they must have had loads of crap in their throats and stuff on a daily, right? So this is just a standard situation of just, clearing out the crap.
Yeah, it could be. Another theory is that their dads did it, yeah, and they just got into a habit of thinking that this is what you do. It becomes a habit, doesn't it? At the end of the day, right?
You don't question it; you just follow it.
You just follow it, right? Yeah, man, it's just one of those things. But I just remember, just like when you think about certain sounds you used to hear growing up, and that was one of them, man. It was just.
Bruv, you know he would use the Ulio, right? Dad would use the Ulio. Yeah. We used to call it a GB. You guys call it an Ulio, right? We used to call it GB.
Yeah.
He would put the damn thing so far down the back of his... He would gag in the morning. That would be how he would wake us up. You think my dad's having morning sickness, bro?
Morning sickness.
I think that's us for time. You know, we've hit hit the hour mark. Thanks everyone for listening. Please continue to give the feedback, and we will catch you next time. Share the struggle, find the funny, and see you later, people. Bye.
Peace.